Hello and welcome to the 30th season of Sims 4 Survivor. And since this is the 30th season, that would make this a milestone season. So we have a bit of a different concept here. This is Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites, where we are bringing back 18 players who were elected as fan favorites on their respective season. And casting this was actually kind of hard. I did not expect it to be all that difficult, but it ended up being kind of difficult because we've had a bunch of fan favorites win the game, and I didn't want to cast any winners on this season. So I instead had to just scrounge up whoever I got. So we have a lot of new fan favorites, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is. Also, all of these fan favorites that I cast from the current era of the show that we are playing, like who competed on seasons from the current era of the show, I knew I wasn't gonna cast them on the upcoming All-Star season anyway, so I figured I might as well allow them to get another shot at the game here. But without further ado, let's introduce our cast. First up, we have the Taro tribe, named after a plant found in Sulani because we are revisiting Sulani. First up, we have Second Chance's fan favorite, Dustin Broke here, who originally competed on Tartosa. Then next up, we have Blood vs. Water fan favorite, Dylan Sickworth, who just competed not too long ago on Early Outs 2 as well. Now we got somebody who also just competed. We've got Amelia Ernest, the fan favorite of Battle of the Sexes. She has returned twice since. She was on All-Stars and just competed on Return to Willow Creek not too long ago. Then we have All-Stars 3 fan favorite Jess McPherce, who before competing on All-Stars 3 also competed on Glimmerbrook. And then we have somebody who just competed last season and became the fan favorite of Blood vs. Water 2. Luz Lopez is here, who originally competed on Veterans vs. Newbies. And yeah, doing a back-to-back return here on fan favorites. And then to round up this crowd, we have the only fan favorite to be elected fan favorite twice so far, which is really funny because she has done absolutely nothing to deserve it. We have Rita Kumbes, who was the fan favorite of Stranger Will and then went on to be also elected as the fan favorite of Luck of the Draw, despite being the first boot there. Next up, we have the Kava tribe, named after a popular drink in Sulani. First up here, we've got the fan favorite of Nordhaven. We've got Bruna Hoffman, who just competed not too long ago. And so did Shock Willareel, the fan favorite of Return to Willow Creek, but originally competed on Brains vs. Brawn vs. Beauty. Then we've got Mika Cragg, the fan favorite of Early Outs 2, another player who just competed not too long ago, but she of course originally competed on Ravenwood. And then we have Generations fan favorite Rahul Chopra, who also competed on Blood vs. Water, has not done all that well on Sims 4 Survivor, but you guys, for some reason, love him, so why not bring him back? He's here. And then we got All-Stars 2 fan favorite Sienna Grove, who first competed on Copperdale. And then to round up this tribe, we have worldwide fan favorite Summer Holiday, who also just competed pretty recently on Second Chances, did pretty well on both of her seasons. And then finally, we have the Coconut tribe, also named after a plant that can be found in Sulani. First up, we have Blossom Greenberg here, returning for the 4th time. She was the fan favorite of Battle of the Sexes, but before that, she competed on Generations, and then she returned for All-Stars 3, now returning here for the 4th time. Then we have another recent player, Brant Hacking, who was the fan favorite of Return to Willow Creek. He, of course, first competed on Season 1, Base Game versus Expansion Pack versus Game Pack, and it was kind of sad to see him go out early on Return to Willow Creek, so I'm excited to see him come back. Then we have a Tartosa fan favorite, Cecilia King, who is returning here for the first time, or for the second time, whatever, her second season. And then next up, we have Ravenwood fan favorite, Ignacio Robles, who also competed on Second Chances, returning here for the 3rd time. Then we have Veterans vs. Newbies fan favorite, Lane Coffin, also the first boot of Veterans vs. Newbies. And then finally, we have Brains vs. Brawn vs. Beauty fan favorite, Oliana Nagata, who hopefully will do a little bit better on this season because since she played all the way back in Season 2, her wife has won the game. Her wife, of course, being Layla Eilis. All right, that's our cast. Like I said, it was slim pickings out here. I mean, I could have cast like Octavia or like Hillary or like Mickey or something, but I don't know. We just like had cast them on last season. I feel like we gotta be a little bit more sparing with these returning winners for now. Especially because we have All-Stars coming up and I kind of want to keep my options open for the All-Star cast. I might want to bring some of the winners back there. And we do have 2 fan favorites that have returned and won the game in the new era, that being Hillary and Bua. But yeah, anyway, we are going to be playing Worlds Apart again, which we played on All-Stars 3. I just think it's a really good format for a season, for a Brand Steel season, because there are like no huge twists, but it's also got enough going on that shakes the game up a little bit here and there. But anyway, I think we're in for a fun season. Place your bets now. I'm kind of rooting for Rahul. I don't know why. I think it would also be really funny if he goes out really early again. But I kind of want to see him do well. Otherwise, my winner picks, probably Ignacio. I would like to see Brandt do well. I would like to see Dustin do well, honestly. I don't know why. I just think it would be funny. But anyway, let's just start with episode number 1. We have a twist, and I think it's just a challenge, right? We have a representative. So Jazz is picked, Mika is picked, and Ignacio is picked as the representatives of their respective tribes. And they're gonna have to pick somebody to help them make a decision. Jazz picks Rita, Mika picks Shock, and Ignacio picks Cecilia. So this is the thing where they can get the idol clue or get the small bag of beans, and or large bag of beans, that is. Jazz and Rita are gonna take the large bag of beans. Mika and Shock are gonna take the idol clue, okay, and also a small bag of beans. And Ignacio and Cecilia take the large bag of beans. So Mika and Shock immediately being a little bit underhanded, perhaps. I mean, Shock is an evil genius, and Mika also like an elder woman. I feel like they need all the help they can get. There's a bit of prejudice against the elders, of course. But let's go to the beaches. We are on the Taro tribe here. We've got Amelia and Dustin with a small bond already. And then just slight bond, slight dislikes, although it's only like 3 things here. That's interesting. On the Kava beach, we've got nothing really. All right. And on the Coconut beach, we've got also nothing. Okay, so we'll just go to the first immunity challenge. Taro tribe, they win immunity, and Kava tribe also wins immunity. So Coconut tribe gonna go to tribal tonight. My boy Rahul, not gonna go out first again. Who was the other first boot? Lane. He could go out first again. And I guess Rita also a first boot on Luck of the Draw. But anyway, let's go to the beaches. On the Taro tribe, we've got Dylan and Jazz with a minor disagreement. We also have Dylan with a major meltdown. Oh no. Bad episode for Dylan. We also have Dustin and Rita with a minor disagreement, which has a lasting impact. So things are not looking great on the Taro tribe. No alliances, no relationships really being formed, although we did have that one with Dustin and Amelia. On the Kava tribe, we've got Bruno and Sienna with a major fight. Oh no. A lot of fighting so far. I thought these were like fan favorites. I thought they would be a little bit more amicable, but I guess not. On the Coconut tribe, the tribe going to tribal, we've got nothing going on. Well, that's fun. Kind of a bust of an episode, but that's fine. We'll hold on to hope that this is not emblematic of the season. We'll go to tribal. Coconut tribe here. We've got Blossom, Brandt, Cecilia, Ignacio, Lane, and Oleana. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Lane. 1 vote Lane. Second vote goes to Lane. That is 2 votes Lane. 4 votes left. Is Lane gonna be a 2-time first boot? The next vote goes to Lane. Oh no. 3 votes Lane. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Oleana. 3 votes Lane. 1 vote Oleana. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to the first person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites. It is Lane Coffin. Lane, the tribe has spoken. What the hell is he even doing to be getting the first boot again? Like being the first boot again? I don't know, but people do not like this man. That is so funny. It is a unanimous vote against Lane here. Lane votes for Oleana. Pretty boring episode, but we'll just move on to episode number 2. All right, Coconut Tribe, down to 5 now. On the beaches, has anything changed? Not really. We've got Amelia and Dustin still with their small bond, and that's it on the Taro tribe. All this fighting in the last episode didn't really affect this tribe all that much. I mean, we've got some slight dislikes, but nothing really significant. On the Kava Beach, we've got Shock finding the hidden immunity idol. Okay. Good for Shock. I mean, he kind of knows what he's doing. He's, yeah, he found an idol on Return to Willow Creek, right? I don't remember, but I think so. We've got Sienna and Bruno with a medium dislike now after their fight in the last episode. We've got Summer and Sienna with a small bond, and Summer and Mika with a small bond. Okay, look at Summer doing some work here. Perhaps trying to form a girly alliance. And then we got not really anything. On the Coconut Beach, we've got nothing. This tribe is kind of boring, but that's okay. We'll go to immunity. Kava tribe, they win immunity, and Coconut tribe also wins immunity. So the Taro tribe is going to go to tribal. That's going to be potentially dangerous for Dylan, since he was like arguing with people last episode. But they might keep him around. It didn't seem to impact him too much. On the beach, we've got Dustin and Amelia with a minor disagreement. Oh no. The only relationship on this tribe, it is falling apart already. That is not great. On the Kava Beach, we've got Shock with Idol. We've got Shock and Summer with a major fight. And we have our first alliance of the season. It is a final two between Sienna and Summer. That makes sense. They did have that small bond. And they also both don't like Shock. All right. On Coconut, we've got Cecilia finding the hidden immunity idol. All right. Congrats to Cecilia. A little bit of safety for her. We'll go to Tribal Council. All right, we got the Taro tribe here at their first Tribal Council. We've got Dustin, Dylan, Emilia, Jazz, Luz, and Rita. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Jazz. One more Jazz. Second vote goes to Dylan. One more Dylan. One more Jazz. 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Dylan. 2 votes Dylan, 1 vote Jazz, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jazz. We're tied. 2 votes Dylan, 2 votes Jazz, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jazz. Oh, 3 votes Jazz, 2 votes Dylan, and 1 vote left. Is it going to land on Jazz? The final vote goes to Dylan. We're tied. It is 3-3 between Dylan and Jazz. We're going to do a revote. Will somebody flip, or are we going to rocks? The first vote on the revote is going to go to Jazz. 1 vote Jazz. Second vote goes to Jazz. That is 2 votes Jazz, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Dylan. 2 votes Jazz, 1 vote Dylan, and 1 vote left. And the final vote goes to Dylan. So we're going to go to rocks. I don't know why these people are going to rocks for Dylan or Jazz, but I guess they are. Dustin, Emilia, Luz, and Rita, they're all going to draw rocks. And the person with the purple rock who is eliminated is going to be Rita. Rita, the game, has spoken. She draws the purple rock, is rocked out of the game. Rita, once again, performing really poorly on Sims 4 Survivor. I don't know what the hell she's doing. Just flip on the revote. Rita, really? Like, you did not have to go out here, but okay. Oh, she did flip on the revote. Okay, so Jazz, Luz, and Rita, they are the Dylan votes. Dustin, Dylan, and Emilia are the Jazz votes. And then Dustin and Rita both flip on the revote, which causes this tie. That is so funny. Well, Rita, she actually kind of did all she could do. She did flip on the revote, but it didn't work out for her, so rip Rita, she's gone. All right, we're on episode 3. We've got Taro and Coconut down to 5. Kava still intact at 6. Now we've got Luz and Dustin with a small bond. Okay. So Dustin kind of trades Emilia out for Luz. That is strange, but okay. Otherwise, not really anything going on here. Nobody's found the idol either. On the Kava Beach, we've got Shock with the idol. We got this new relationship, this new alliance between Sienna and Summer. They have a medium bond. Sienna and Bruno have a medium dislike. Oh no, it was Bruno that Sienna didn't like. It wasn't Shock. But Summer and Shock, they have a medium dislike as well. So Sienna and Summer, they hate old men, apparently. Summer and Mika have a small bond still. And then we got just slight bonds. All right. And on the Coconut Beach, we've got Cecilia with the idol. We've got Oleana and Blossom with a small bond now. Okay. That could be a relationship to watch out for. Otherwise, there is nothing going on, really. The Coconut Tribe is kind of boring, to be honest. But let's go to immunity. Yeah, we got the Kava Tribe winning immunity and Taro Tribe also winning immunity. So Coconut Tribe, they're going to lose another member. Kava Tribe, they are demolishing this season so far. On the Taro Beach, we've got a new alliance. It is Dustin, it's Emilia, it's Luz. But Luz is medically evacuated from the game due to an injury. Oh no. Well, Luz, unfortunately, they stopped their toe. They're done. They have to leave. It's not great, but good for the Coconut Tribe. They are going to be safe tonight. We also have Dylan resting at camp to restore his energy. Still, nobody found the idol also. On the Kava Beach, we've got Shaq with the idol. We have Rahul and Sienna with a small fight, which has a lasting impact, but that impact is not even that concerning because they form an alliance. It is Bruno, Mika, Rahul, Sienna, and Summer. I really do not think this alliance is all that real because we have Rahul fighting with Sienna, and we also have Bruno fighting with Sienna. They are not going to be loyal to this. Mika will probably be loyal to this because she does like Summer. I think Summer is the one trying to pull this together because she is also the one that hates Shock. So she just wants him gone, but also Shock has the idol. So this might turn out very poorly for Summer here. On the Coconut Beach, we've got Cecilia with the idol, and we have an alliance being formed here as well. We've got Blossom, Brant, and Oleana. That's going to be a strong 3. I mean, they are the majority now. Although if Cecilia becomes their target, she does have the idol, so that's also not great. But regardless, Tribal canceled because Luz is gone. Sad to see them go, but it is what it is. Health takes precedent over Sims 4 Survivor. So yeah, we'll just move on to episode number 4. All right, Taro Tribe, now down to 4. On the Taro Beach, we have Jazz finding the hidden immunity idol. Okay. I think they might have needed it. They were kind of in trouble. I mean, they were not necessarily in trouble, but they were not like bonding with anybody. So yeah, good for Jazz. They did also catch a bunch of votes in that one tribal when they went to Rocks. So yeah, they definitely need this idol. We have this new alliance, which is now a final 2 between Dustin and Emilia. They only have a slight bond though, so I don't know if this is gonna last, but let's hope so. Dustin and Dylan now have a medium bond. Okay. So once again, I think the person with the idol is the one that is kind of on the outs. Because we do have this final 2. We have Dustin bonding with Dylan. So yeah, Jazz is definitely going to be the target if they go to Tribal, presumably. On the Kava Beach, we've got this new alliance. We've got this final 2, medium bond between Summer and Sienna. Sienna and Bruno still with a medium dislike. Mika and Bruno with a small bond now. Okay. Summer and Mika with a small bond as well. And then we got not really anything. Summer and Shock not with a medium dislike anymore. So Summer actually doesn't hate Shock. She just kind of slightly doesn't like him. All right, well, anyway. Coconut Beach, we've got this new alliance. We now have Oleana and Blossom with a medium bond. We also have Ignacio and Blossom with a small bond, and Ignacio and Cecilia with a small bond. Okay, that definitely makes me think that Ignacio is going to be safe if they go to Tribal. So they're going to try to go for Cecilia, in which case Cecilia, she has the idol. She is going to use that idol, and idol probably one of these 3 out. So it's not looking great. Otherwise, we've got like nothing here. Brant and Cecilia don't like each other. That is not great. Oh, Blossom and Cecilia also don't like each other. Okay, so it could land on anybody. But let's go to reward. We got the Kava Tribe once again winning reward, and Taro, they also win reward. But immunity is going to go to Kava as well. And Coconut. So the Taro Tribe is going to go to Tribal. They're going to go down to 3 members. Kava Tribe, completely indestructible. They are destroying this season. On the Taro Beach, we've got Dylan joining Dustin and Emilia. That's kind of predictable, but also very dangerous because they are all gonna vote for Jazz. Jazz is gonna play the idol. So Jazz controls this vote probably. On the Kava Beach, we've got Shaq with the idol. We've got Mika and Rahul with a small fight, which has a lasting impact. And this alliance, which was fake, it's gone. It dissolves. This wasn't a real alliance anyway, so that's fine. But we have a new alliance. It is Bruno, Mika, and Summer. Okay, so that's definitely Mika pulling in her 2 people that she feels good about. Because she had that small bond with Bruno. She also had that small bond with Summer. So this could be a strong 3. We'll see. On the Coconut Beach, we have Brant leaving this alliance. Okay, not sure why, but okay. We also have a new final 2 between Cecilia and Ignacio. The two that were on the bottom, perhaps not on the bottom anymore now that Brandt is out of this alliance. But this could be a very strong two. I feel like they are going to continue to bond, and they might end up being a very concrete final two by the end of this episode. But let's go to tribal. All right, we got the Taro tribe here, down to 4, gonna go down to 3. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is the time to do so. Jazz stands up. They use their idol on themselves. Any votes cast against Jazz will not count. That makes total sense. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Jazz. Does not count. Jazz. Does not count. Jazz. Does not count. Every vote negated aside from Jazz's vote. Who are they going to eliminate? The third person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites is Amelia. Amelia, the tribe has spoken. Idled out of the game. That is very unfortunate. I was hoping she would do decently, but also this was her 4th time, so I'm not that mad that she doesn't make it all that far. It's time to give some of these other people a chance to do well on Sims 4 Survivor. All right, it is a unanimous vote against Jazz, but Jazz has that idol. They play it. Amelia, unfortunately, goes out. And so we will move on to episode number 5, where we have a twist. It is a tribe swap, and we have now 2 tribes. On the new Taro tribe, we have remaining Jazz McPherce, the only person remaining here. Then we have Bruna Hoffman and Rahul Chopra coming from Kava, and Blossom Greenberg, Brandt Hacking, Cecilia Kang, and Ignacio Robles coming on over from Coconut. All right, that's an interesting draw here. On the new Coconut tribe, we have Oleana Nagata, the only person that is remaining. Then we got Dustin Broke and Dylan Sigworth coming from Taro, and Shock Willareel, Mika Crag, Sienna Grove, and Summer Holiday coming on over from Kava. All right, interesting draw. We have Cecilia and Ignacio remaining together. Blossom and Brandt, they just broke off, or like Brandt broke off from that alliance. And Bruno gets isolated from his newly formed alliance with Mika and Summer. So Bruno could be in trouble. Rahul could be in trouble. Jazz, I feel like this is probably good for them because they were definitely on the bottom of their tribe. But on the Coconut tribe, we've got Dustin and Dylan. They remain together. We have Mika and Summer. They remain together. And Summer and Sienna also remain together. So this is probably going to be the power core, Mika, Sienna, and Summer. And they might pull in Shock. I'm not sure. I mean, Summer didn't like Shock, but they kind of got over it. So perhaps it'll be fine. Let's see what's going on. We've got Ignacio with a medium bond towards Cecilia. Cecilia only with a small bond toward Ignacio. Okay. Ignacio and Blossom with a small bond. Ignacio and Brandt with a small bond. Look at Ignacio. He is a social king. Then we got not really anything. All right. On Coconut, we've got Shock with his idol. We've got Summer and Sienna with a medium bond and their final 2. We've got Dylan and Dustin with a medium bond, and they also are in a final 2 now that Amelia is gone. Then we got Mika and Shock with a small bond. Okay. So Mika could pull in Shock if they need him for a vote. That is interesting. All right. Then we just got slight bonds. But reward is going to go to the Coconut tribe. They win cooking supplies. Nice. And rewards won by Kava in past challenges. Oh, okay. But immunity is going to go to Taro. So Taro tribe, safe tonight. They are not going to go to tribal. Coconut tribe will go to tribal, even though they won reward. On the Taro Beach, we have Brandt and Cecilia with a small fight. Oh no, and Rahul with a major meltdown. These fan favorites are losing it on this season. What is going on? On the Coconut tribe, we've got Dylan impressing the rest of the team. We also have Shock and Mika bonding strongly, which has a lasting impact. And the Bruno, Mika, and Summer alliance, it is over. I don't know why. That is a little bit strange, but okay. But we also have Oleana working hard at camp, but becomes tired, and Mika is injured, but she is fine. Don't worry about it. She gets treated, she can stay in the game, and we are gonna have a tribal. All right, we got the new Coconut tribe here at Tribal Council. Dustin, Dylan, Shock, Mika, Oleana, Sienna, and Summer. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Sienna. 1 vote Sienna. Second vote goes to Dylan. 1 vote Dylan, 1 vote Sienna. Third vote goes to Dylan. That is 2 votes Dylan, 1 vote Sienna. And the fourth vote goes to Sienna. We're tied. 2 votes Dylan, 2 votes Sienna, and 3 votes left. The next vote goes to Sienna. That is 3 votes Sienna, 2 votes Dylan, 2 votes left, And the next vote goes to Dylan. We are tied again. 3 votes Dylan, 3 votes Sienna, and 1 vote left. And the fourth person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites is going to be Sienna. Whoa! Sienna, the tribe has spoken. Somebody on the Kava tribe flipped. They could have had the majority, but they don't. Somebody did not want to vote with them. And so Sienna, she gets the boot here. I am so curious as to what happened here. Let's find out. So we got Dustin, Dylan, Shock, and Mika voting for Sienna. So both Shock and Mika flip on the Kava tribe. Wow. Oleana is the other Dylan vote. And Oleana, Sienna, and Summer vote for Dylan. Interesting. So perhaps Mika is like, I want Summer for myself. I know that she is working with Sienna. I want to get rid of her. Shock, of course, does not like Summer, so he's willing to get rid of Sienna as well. And then Dustin and Dylan, they will just vote anybody that is not them, of course. Interesting. All right. We have a coup over on the Kava tribe. I guess this is what happens when you don't go to tribal before a swap. All right, episode 6. We've got Coconut down to 6 members now. On the Taro Beach, we've got Cecilia with the idol. We've got Blossom by herself. Wait, who was in this? Oh, right, Brandt was on this alliance, or in this alliance. Then we got Cecilia and Ignacio in their final 2. Rahul and Ignacio now with a medium dislike. Okay. Probably after Rahul had that major meltdown. And we got Ignacio and Blossom with a medium bond. All right. We also have Bruno not liking Rahul. We have Ignacio with a small bond towards Cecilia. And vice versa. That's not good. Their relationship is kind of dipping a little bit. So this final 2 is a little bit shaky. We have Rahul and Cecilia with a medium dislike. Cecilia and Brandt with a medium dislike. I don't know why that is happening. Were they fighting in the last episode? I think so. Then we got Jazz and Ignacio with a small bond. Okay. And Ignacio and Brandt with a small bond. And Bruno and Blossom with a slight dislike. I think Rahul is in trouble. I think Bruno could be in a little bit of trouble as well. I don't know. I think Jazz is probably fine. And Brandt could be in trouble, but I don't think so because he does have this small bond with Ignacio. And Ignacio is kind of controlling this tribe at the moment. On the Coconut Beach, we've got Shock with the idol. We got Oleana by herself. We got Dustin and Dylan in their final 2. They now have an unbreakable relationship. And Mika also with an unbreakable relationship towards Shock. Shock only with a strong bond toward Mika. Okay, this is a final 2 in the making. We have Shock and Dylan with a medium bond as well. Okay. So Dylan was doing some work to secure his place in the game last episode, apparently. Summer and Mika, even though their alliance is done, they still have a small bond. Oleana and Shock have a small bond. And Shock now with a medium dislike towards Summer. Summer only with a slight dislike, still against Shock. So I think Mika went to Shock and was like, you know what Summer's been saying about you, right? And Shock was like, what the fuck? I didn't know we disliked each other this much. I thought it was water under the bridge, but apparently Summer is holding a grudge, even though Summer is actually not holding a grudge. Dustin with a slight bond towards Summer. That's kind of random because they were on second chances together. So I feel like they should probably have some kind of a working relationship. Although I don't think they were ever on a tribe together, so maybe not. But I'm not sure about that. Reward is going to go to Taro. Good for them, but do they win immunity again? They do. So congrats to these people. I think they probably made the merge, right? It could be in the next episode or in episode 8. I don't know. We'll see. On the Taro Beach, we've got Cecilia with the idol still, Cecilia and Jazz with a minor disagreement, and Cecilia and Rahul finding something in common. And we have a new alliance. It is Blossom, it's Brandt, it's Ignacio, and it's Jazz. So that's the old Coconut members minus Cecilia, which is kind of random because Ignacio and Cecilia have that final 2. But they pull in Jazz as well. So that's interesting. We also have Blossom resting at camp to restore her energy. You know what? I think Ignacio might be trying to pull off the move that Juniper and Clara did on his season, where they were like flipping between alliances. So maybe he's trying to set up multiple power structures for himself. We'll keep an eye on him. On the Coconut Beach, we've got Dustin and Summer bonding strongly, which has a lasting impact. The second chances relationship, it is coming into effect now. I just spoke too soon earlier, but let's just go to tribal. All right, we've got the Coconut tribe here, down to 6, gonna go down to 5. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Shock stands up. He is gonna use his idol on Mika. Any votes cast against Mika will not count. I'm a little bit surprised by this, but okay. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Mika. Does not count. Mika does not count. They were targeting her? What? Mika does not count. Whoa. Summer. Oh no. We got 1 vote Summer, 2 votes left. And the 5th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, fan favorites, it is Summer. Summer, the tribe has spoken, idled out of the game. Perhaps Summer was able to get Dustin to vote with her. That's why they were bonding in the last episode. And then who else voted with her? I don't know. Somebody. But she loses Sienna, then she goes out immediately thereafter. Her game kind of crumbled, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oh, it is Dustin and Dylan. Interesting. So Dustin, Dylan, and Summer, they vote for Mika. Shock, Mika, and Oleana vote for Summer. Okay, so Summer definitely managed to flip Dustin, and with Dustin came Dylan. But Shock sniffed it out, saw the flip happening. He plays an idol, saves his ally. Very intriguing tribal. All right, well, anyway, Summer's gone. Let's go to episode number 7, where we have the merge. This is the mermaid tribe, where we do not have a single mermaid on the tribe, or even on the season. But the people who make the merge are Blossom Greenberg, Brant Hacking, Bruno Hoffman, Cecilia King, Dustin Broke, Dylan Sigworth, Ignacio Robles, Shock Villarreal, Jazz McPherce, Mika Craig, Oleana Nagata, and Rahul Chopra. This is a very random group of people who make the merge here. I honestly thought Summer and Sienna would be here. I also kind of expected Emilia to make it here, but yeah, that did not happen. Winner pick, definitely Ignacio. I think he is playing by far the strongest game so far. And I think like Dustin and Dylan could sneak in there. We'll see what they do. I mean, they're in a little bit of trouble now, I think, because they kind of lose out on the last vote. But it is the merge now, so anything could happen at this point. All right, we got Blossom and Oleana. They are reunited. We also have Dustin and Dylan in their final 2. We got Cecilia and Ignacio in their final 2. Oh, and also Cecilia has the only idol in the game at the moment. We have this new 4-person alliance now. It is Blossom, Brant, Ignacio, and Jazz. I'm not sure how strong this is going to be. I mean, it's only a 5 strength, but I think they could stick through a vote or 2. Mika and Shock have an unbreakable relationship. Dylan and Dustin have an unbreakable relationship. I feel like this is definitely going to be a final 2 once we get back to the beach. We've got Shock with a strong bond toward Dylan. That is kind of random. Dylan only with a medium bond toward Shock, even though they did not vote together last tribal. Rahul and Bruno with a medium dislike. Then we got Oleana and Blossom with a medium bond. Ignacio with a medium bond toward Jazz. Does not say how Jazz feels about Ignacio. Then we got Rahul with a medium bond towards Cecilia. Dylan with a medium bond towards Shock. Oh, I just said that earlier. Rahul and Ignacio with a medium dislike still after Rahul's meltdown. And then Mika and Bruno with a medium bond. That remains from their alliance that broke off. But immunity is going to go to Rahul. Wow, I definitely think he might have needed it because he is not well liked by this tribe or his castmates here. He had his meltdown and people are still holding it against him. But on the beach, we've got Jazz and Rahul finding something in common. Okay, is Rahul trying to rehabilitate his game a little bit? Trying to get in with some people? I think so. Also, shout out to Rahul. He is making it to his first merge here. So, congrats. All right, we're a tribal. We got the merge tribe here, the mermaid tribe. We got Blossom, Brant, Bruno, Cecilia, Dustin, Dylan, Ignacio, Shock, Jazz, Mika, Oleana, and Rahul. Rahul has the necklace, cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Shock. 1 vote Shock. Next vote goes to Mika. 1 vote Shock, 1 vote Mika, 10 votes left. They are targeting the unbreakable relationship. The next vote goes to Brant. 1 vote Brant, 1 vote Shock, 1 vote Mika, and 9 votes left. I guess Brant could be a 2-time merge boot here, but the next vote goes to Shock. That is 2 votes Shock, 1 vote Brant, 1 vote Mika, and the next vote goes to Brant. 2 votes Brant, 2 votes Shock, 1 vote Mika, and 7 votes left. And the next vote goes to Shock. 3 votes Shock, 2 votes Brant, 1 vote Mika, and the next vote goes to Brant. We're tied again. 3 votes Brant, 3 votes Shock, 1 vote Mika, 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Mika. Oh, interesting. 3 votes Brant, 3 votes Shock, 2 votes Mika, and 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Shock. That is 4 votes Shock, 3 votes Brant, 2 votes Mika, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Mika. We got 4 votes Shock, 3 votes Brant, 3 votes Mika. 2 votes left. It is looking to be Shock, but it could still land on either Brant or Mika. But if Shock gets 1 more vote, he is out. And the next vote goes to Brant. 4 votes Brant, 4 votes Shock, 3 votes Mika, 1 vote left. It could tie, or it's Brant or Shock. And the 6th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites is going to be Shock. Shock, the tribe has spoken. I feel like that idol play was just too transparent. Everybody knew where he was standing. Everybody knew he had this strong bond with Mika, so they just split on them. That makes a lot of sense. Unfortunate for Shock, he is, for the first time, not going to make the jury, but he does make the merge here, so at least that's something. And at the very least, he did have a good idol play, so can't knock it too hard. Shock votes are Brant, Bruno, Cecilia, Ignacio, and Jazz. I believe that is that Taro Alliance, the 4-person Taro Alliance, minus Blossom. Dustin, Dylan, Shock, and Mika, they vote for Brant. So that is the old Coconut Tribe. And then Blossom, Oleana, and Rahul vote for Mika. Oleana, of course, was also on the swap Coconut Tribe. So she definitely is not working with her swap tribe. She is more so loyal to Blossom, obviously, since that is her final 2. Yeah, I definitely think this is a vote split. It is kind of a botched vote split because if Shock had played an idol, then Brant would have been out, but maybe somebody accidentally voted for Shock when they were supposed to vote for Mika, probably. But it doesn't matter. Shock didn't have an idol, so he's gone. All right, we're at episode 8. We got the final 11 here, and jury has started, I believe. So Shock leaving, that probably changes the relationships a little bit. We've got Dylan and Dustin with an unbreakable relationship. We now have Jazz and Ignacio with an unbreakable relationship as well. Okay, that's kind of random. Mika and Bruno now with an unbreakable relationship. All right. And then Oleana and Blossom with a strong bond. Rahul and Bruno with a medium dislike still. Rahul and Ignacio also with a medium dislike. And Cecilia and Rahul with a medium bond. Okay. Then we got Mika and Ignacio with a medium bond. Ignacio and Brant with a medium bond. And that's it. So Ignacio still on the board with probably the strongest game. Rahul still looking to be in trouble here. Him bonding with Jazz did not do him any favors, to be honest, because their relationship is not even on the board here. But perhaps he can pull something together here. Reward is going to go to Dustin. Congrats to Dustin. He is going to bring Dylan, Rahul, Ignacio, and Blossom with him on reward. Perhaps he can make something happen here because he's definitely on the bottom. So if he can get the favor of Ignacio, that could be really good for Dustin. But immunity goes to Bruno. Wow, congrats to Bruno. Good for him. He's going to be safe tonight. On the beach, we have Cecilia and Rahul with a major fight. Oh no. Okay, I think this is probably Rahul's boot episode. I mean, this was like his only relationship in the game. So yeah, I think he's just probably unanimous vote against him. We'll see. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 11 here. The Mermaid Tribe. Bruno has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Rahul. 1 vote, Rahul. Second vote goes to Blossom. 1 vote Blossom, 1 vote Rahul. They're going against the generations, people. And the next vote goes to Rahul. That is 2 votes Rahul, 1 vote Blossom. Next vote goes to Blossom. We're tied. 2 votes Blossom, 2 votes Rahul, and 7 votes left. And the next vote goes to Blossom. That is 3 votes Blossom, 2 votes Rahul, 6 votes left. And the next vote goes to Rahul. We're tied again. 3 votes Blossom, 3 votes Rahul, and 5 votes left. It could still be either one of them, or actually it could still be anybody else. The next one goes to Rahul. That is 4 votes Rahul, 3 votes Blossom, 4 votes left. And the next one goes to Rahul. 5 votes Rahul, 3 votes Blossom, 3 votes left. And the 7th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites. First member of the jury, it is Rahul. Rahul, the tribe has spoken. Not surprising that he goes out here. He just could not pick his game back up after his major meltdown. But he does make the jury. So for the first time, he is actually not like a pre-merge boot. So overall, a net positive for Rahul, even though he probably should have been the merge boot. It is Blossom, Brant, Bruno, Cecilia, Ignacio, Jazz, Mika, and Oleana who vote for Rahul. Dustin and Dylan, once again, on the bottom. They vote with Rahul for Blossom, but Rahul overwhelmingly gets the votes here. He is out. Episode 9, we got the final 10 here. Dustin and Dylan, they need to make something happen or they're done. On the beach, we have Ignacio finding the hidden immunity idol. Okay. Ignacio just increasing his power in the game. Otherwise, we've got Dylan and Dustin with an unbreakable relationship. Blossom has one toward Oleana. Oleana only with a strong bond toward Blossom. Jess and Ignacio have one. Mika and Bruno have one. Then we got Ignacio and Blossom with a medium bond. Mika and Ignacio with a medium bond. Ignacio and Dustin with a medium bond. Ignacio and Brant with a medium bond. And Ignacio and Cecilia with a medium bond. Wow, Ignacio is killing it on this season. I have a hard time seeing anybody win aside from him. Unless he gets like idled out by Cecilia or something. Reward is going to go to this group of people. It is Brant, it's Dustin, it's Dylan, it's Ignacio, and Mika. Congrats to them, they win chocolate. But immunity is going to go to Oleana. Congrats to Oleana, she is showing why she was on the Brawn tribe. Wins immunity here, cannot be voted for tonight. On the beach, we've got Blossom and Jess with a small fight. Oh no. We also have Dylan and Mika with a major fight, which has a lasting impact. And something's going on with the Alliance. Blossom's out. Not sure why. I think it's just this fight that is causing Blossom to leave, which is strange because she has this medium bond with Ignacio. So I feel like this is not great for her. But honestly, it's probably not going to impact her today. It might impact her in upcoming episodes though. But we'll go to Tribal. All right, we got the final 10 here at Tribal Council. Oleana, she has the necklace, cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Blossom. One vote Blossom. Next vote goes to Dylan. One vote Blossom, one vote Dylan. 8 votes left. And the next vote goes to Bruno. Okay, interesting. One vote Blossom, one vote Bruno, one vote Dylan, and 7 votes left. And the next vote goes to Bruno. 2 votes Bruno, 1 vote Blossom, 1 vote Dylan. And the next vote goes to Bruno. Whoa. 3 votes Bruno, 1 vote Blossom, 1 vote Dylan. 5 votes left. Bruno won 1 immunity challenge. And they're like, get rid of him. Take him out. All right. Well, next vote goes to Bruno. Holy shit. 4 votes Bruno, 1 vote Blossom, 1 vote Dylan. 4 votes left. And the 8th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorite, second member of the jury is Bruno Hoffman. What? Bruno the tribe has spoken. Very surprised to see him go out here. I guess he did win an immunity challenge and they were just like, okay, that's enough. Get rid of him. But I thought they would have wanted to get rid of Dylan and Dustin, like take that duo out, because Bruno has kind of just been coasting along. I don't think he has been doing all that much. Although he did have that relationship with Mika, and Mika is still in here, so I guess that is a little bit of a danger. So sure, I guess it kind of makes sense. All right, it is Blossom, Brant, Cecilia, Dustin, Dylan, Ignacio, Jazz, and Oleana who vote for Bruno. Bruno votes for Blossom, and Mika votes for Dylan. Mika definitely in trouble. I think she might be the next to go, but they might also look at Dustin and Dylan and try to split them up. We'll see. Let's move on to episode number 10. We got the final 9 here. All right, we got Cecilia and Ignacio with their idols. We got these final 2s, Blossom and Oleana, Dustin and Dylan, Cecilia and Ignacio. Is this final 2 even real? Like, they haven't been on the board, but I guess they're at a 7 string, so maybe. We also have this final 3 alliance. Now that Blossom is gone, it's Brant, Ignacio, and Jazz. Oleana and Blossom up to an unbreakable relationship now. Okay. We also have Jazz and Ignacio with 1, Dylan and Dustin with 1. And then we got Mika and Dylan with a strong dislike. What? Since when? I guess Mika doesn't like that Dylan betrayed her. Did he? I mean, him and Dustin, they voted with her and Shock. So I don't know. I don't know where this comes from. But Ignacio and Dustin with a strong bond now. What? That comes out of nowhere. Actually, no. Dustin was like bonding with Ignacio in that one episode. So it doesn't completely come out of nowhere. Maybe Dustin trying to keep himself around. It is working because Ignacio has all the cards at the moment. We also have Ignacio and Blossom with a medium bond. Even though she leaves the alliance, she is still loyal to Ignacio. Then we got Mika and Ignacio with a medium bond. Ignacio and Cecilia with a medium bond. Ignacio and Brant with a medium bond. And Oleana and Ignacio with a small bond. Ignacio is destroying this season. What the hell? Reward, we have the auction. Jazz, unfortunately, is banished immediately from the auction. But they do get a large box of hidden rations. So they can use that however they want. We also have Blossom winning fried chicken and waffles. We have Mika winning a large margarita. Oleana wins Sulaki. I think that's how that's pronounced. Actually, I'm going to say Oleana wins Kava. Then we got Cecilia winning steak, wine, and cheese dipping sauce. And Blossom, Brandt, Cecilia, Dustin, Dylan, and Ignacio, they all get letters from home. And Oleana, she gets the extra vote. Okay, so Oleana has a little bit of power now. We'll see if she holds on to it or if she just like wastes it immediately like everybody on Sims 4 Survivor apparently does with extra votes. Immunity goes to Jazz. Maybe those hidden rations coming into play here. Congrats to Jazz, they are safe tonight. Cannot be voted for. On the beach, we've got Cecilia and Ignacio with idols, Oleana with the extra vote. Then we got Jazz and Mika with a minor disagreement. We have Dustin and Dylan with a minor disagreement. That's not great. And we have a new alliance. Underdog Alliance? Perhaps. It's Blossom, it's Brandt, it's Dustin, it's Dylan, and Oleana. So Dustin and Dylan, they are trying to make something happen here. They pull in Blossom, they pull in Oleana, and Brandt, I'm not sure why they would pull in Brandt because he is much more loyal to Ignacio, I think. So I don't think he is actually in this alliance, but I don't know, maybe. Let's go to Tribal. All right, we got the final 9 here. Jess, they have the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. It is time to vote. And Oleana is not going to waste her extra vote, finally. All right, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Oleana. 1 vote Oleana. Second vote goes to Oleana. 2 votes Oleana. Is she just going to get voted out with the advantage? That would be so sad. Next vote goes to Mika. That is 2 votes Oleana, 1 vote Mika. And the next vote goes to Mika. We are tied. 2 votes Mika, 2 votes Oleana, 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Oleana. That is 3 votes Oleana, 2 votes Mika. And the next vote goes to Mika. We are tied again. 3 votes Mika, 3 votes Oleana, and 3 votes left. Next vote goes to Mika. That's 4 votes Mika, 3 votes Oleana, and 2 votes left. And the 9th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, fan favorites, and 3rd member of the jury. It is Mika. Mika, the tribe has spoken. Honestly surprised she even lasted this long because she loses Shock immediately at the merge and after that her game was just over. But I guess she wasn't really a threat to anybody, so they just kind of kept her around up until this point where it was time to get rid of her. So I guess, you know, whatever. Mika, she tried her best. All right, Blossom, Brandt, Dustin, Dylan, Jazz, and Oleana, they vote for Mika. And Cecilia, Ignacio, and Mika, they vote for Oleana. Okay, so that Underdog Alliance, they did vote together. Cecilia and Ignacio, the final 2, they do not get their way here. Interesting. Brandt going against his ally Ignacio. So is Jazz. Wow. Okay. Well, maybe Ignacio not destroying this game anymore. We'll see. We'll move on to episode number 11. We got the final 8 here. On the beach, we've got all these advantages still in the game. We got these final 2s. They are unchanged. We got this 3-person alliance, and now we've got this new alliance, Blossom, Brandt, Dustin, Dylan, and Oleana. This could be the power core of the tribe at this moment. We'll have to see how loyal Brandt is to this alliance, but I think Dustin and Dylan and Blossom and Oleana, the 2 duos, I think they do want to stick with this. In which case, do they try to make a move on Ignacio? I don't think so, because I don't think Brandt will let them. But they might take out Cecilia or Jazz, which could be really bad for Ignacio. But of course, Ignacio and Cecilia are the only people holding idols, so it could be fine for them. Oleana and Blossom have an unbreakable relationship. We also have Dustin and Dylan. Actually, only Dustin has one with Dylan. Where is Dylan now? Towards Dustin. Only a strong bond. Oh, why is that dipping? I don't know. But we got Ignacio and Blossom with an unbreakable relationship, Jazz and Ignacio, and then we got Ignacio and Dustin with a strong bond, Oleana and Ignacio with a medium bond, Ignacio and Cecilia with a medium bond, Ignacio and Brandt with a medium bond, and Oleana and Dylan with a medium bond. Okay. Oleana suddenly showing up in the game here a little bit. She is starting to have a few relationships here. She now likes Ignacio. She now likes Dylan. Even though Ignacio just tried to get rid of her, but I guess that's fine. All right, well, anyway, reward is going to go to this group of people, Cecilia, Dustin, Ignacio, and Jazz. Good for them. But immunity is going to go to Cecilia and Blossom. So this was supposed to be a last man, last woman thing, but because we have non-binary sims in this brand steal, then anybody can win. And Cecilia and Blossom, they win. Honestly, Cecilia might have needed it. So that is definitely great. But on the beach, we've got Brant with a major meltdown. Oh no. Could he just be a casualty here? Maybe. We got Cecilia and Dustin finding something in common, and Dylan resting at camp to restore his energy. All right. I think it's gonna be either Brant or Jazz. That would be my guess. Let's go to tribal. All right, final 8 here. We've got Cecilia with a necklace and Blossom also with a necklace. Neither of them can be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Oleana. 1 vote, Oleana. Second vote goes to Jazz. 1 vote, Jazz. 1 vote, Oleana. 6 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jazz. That is 2 votes, Jazz. 1 vote, Oleana. 5 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jazz. That is 3 votes, Jazz. 1 vote, Oleana. 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Oleana. 3 votes, Jazz. 2 votes, Oleana. 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Oleana as well. We are tied. 3 votes, Jazz. 3 votes, Oleana. 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Jazz. That is 4 votes, Jazz. 3 votes, Oleana. 1 vote left. It could be a tie or it's Jazz. And the 10th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor, fan favorites, 4th member of the jury. It is Jazz. Jazz, the tribe has spoken. Honestly, I feel like Jazz kind of played a very similar game as they did on Glimmerbrook instead of playing their far superior game on All-Stars 3, where they just kind of launched themselves onto a stronger player, didn't really do much else, and just kind of hoped that they would get dragged to the end. But they weren't so lucky this time around. They unfortunately go out here. And that's that. Blossom, Brant, Dustin, Dylan, and Oleana, they vote for Jazz. Cecilia, Ignacio, and Jazz, they vote for Oleana. That sounds about right. So Brant definitely flipped over to the larger alliance. I guess you gotta just be with the numbers, right? Because those people are 5 on an 8-person tribe. And Oleana also has this extra vote. So they are have a pretty overwhelming majority. But now we just have the final 5 alliance and Cecilia and Ignacio. So will they try to go against them? And in which case, they are definitely going to play their idols. We are heading into a very interesting final 7 round here on episode 12. We got Blossom, Brant, Cecilia, Dustin, Dylan, Ignacio, and Oleana. Who do you think is going to go out? Probably Oleana is my guess, because Cecilia and Ignacio have been trying to get rid of her, so they might just succeed this time around by using idols. All right, on the beach, we've got these advantages. We've got these final 2s. Brant and Ignacio are now in a final 2, now that Jazz is gone. And then we got the 5-person alliance, which is only a 6 strength. This could fall apart at any moment. But relationships are unbreakable relationships, Oleana and Blossom, Dylan and Dustin, Ignacio and Blossom now. Okay. And then we got Ignacio and Dustin with a strong bond, Oleana and Ignacio with a strong bond as well, even though Ignacio keeps trying to vote her out. That is so random. Dylan and Blossom have 1, and then we got Oleana and Brant with a medium dislike after Brant's meltdown. Brant and Blossom also with a medium dislike, and then Dustin and Cecilia with a medium bond, and Ignacio and Cecilia with a medium bond. So I think it could just land on Brant here. He could just end up as a consensus boot. I don't know. We'll see. Reward is going to go to Blossom, Cecilia, and Dustin. This is the orphanage reward. Dylan cannot participate. Unfortunate for him, he has to sit out. But immunity is going to go to Blossom. 2nd consecutive win for her. Good for her. Blossom is safe tonight. Cannot be voted for. Let's go to the beach. We've got advantages. We've got Cecilia and Oleana bonding slightly, which has a lasting impact. And Ignacio and Oleana finding something in common. Okay, the final 2 of Cecilia and Ignacio, they're trying to pull Oleana in, apparently. Not sure if it's gonna work out, but worth a shot. Brant is completely worn out, however, and is not giving up. I think he kind of knows that he could be the boot here, so yeah, I don't know. Brant is struggling this season. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 7 here. Blossom has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Cecilia stands up. She uses her idol on herself. Any votes cast against Cecilia will not count. That seems a little bit expected, to be honest. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Cecilia. Does not count. Cecilia does not count. Cecilia does not count. Cecilia does not count. So that's 4 votes negated. Does she get another one? Cecilia, yes. Does not count. 5 votes negated, which means Ignacio and Cecilia, they are probably gonna dictate who goes out here. The next vote goes to Dylan. 1 vote Dylan. 1 vote left. And the 11th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites. 5th member of the jury. It is Dylan. Dylan, the tribe has spoken, idled out of the game. He did a lot better this season than he has on his past 2 seasons, so good for him. At the very least, he made it to 7th place, but a big blow to Dustin's game here. He loses his number 1 ally. All right, it is Blossom, Brant, Dustin, Dylan, Oleana who vote for Cecilia, and then Cecilia and Ignacio vote for Dylan. Cecilia, of course, plays an idol, and Dylan's out. Now, the question is, do they recover from this and can they save Ignacio's idol, or do they have to play another idol in the next episode? Because they might. But I think Ignacio is probably like very safe. Like everybody loves him. I don't think they're going to go against him. So he can just safely play his idol on Cecilia and save her if he wants to. But he could also just cut bait on Cecilia and just find greener pastures elsewhere. I don't know. Episode 13, we got the final 6 here. On the beach, we've got no idol hidden, so Ignacio has the only idol in the game now, and Oleana has the extra vote still. She's like the only person that has not used an extra vote immediately, and she is holding on to it. Watch her like really flop with his extra vote. Final 2 is Blossom and Oleana, Cecilia and Ignacio, Brant and Ignacio, and then we got this 5-person alliance down to 4 now. Blossom, Brant, Dustin, and Oleana. Unbreakable relationships. Oleana and Blossom, Ignacio and Blossom, Oleana and Ignacio. Okay. Then we got Ignacio and Dustin with a strong bond, Dustin and Cecilia with a strong bond. So Dustin, like, he's pretty in there with the final 2 of Ignacio and Cecilia. So I think he could be pretty good moving forward. I think it's going to land on Brant, maybe. Although Ignacio's not going to vote on Brant. I don't think that makes sense to him. Also, Brant is at a loyalty of 4 in this alliance. He might dip. In which case, Ignacio has Brant all to himself. But we got Oleana and Brant with a medium dislike, Oleana and Cecilia with a medium bond, Brant and Blossom with a medium dislike, and then Ignacio and Cecilia with a medium bond, Cecilia and Blossom with a medium bond. I'm surprised that this relationship is still just a medium bond. Because Ignacio and Cecilia, they've been aligned this entire time, and yet they are still just at a medium bond. I don't know what that's all about. Reward is gonna go to Blossom, Brant, and Cecilia, so... Blossom and Brant, they don't like each other, but they're gonna go on reward together. And Cecilia is gonna have to deal with it. But immunity is gonna go to Dustin. Congrats to Dustin. Not really sure he needed this immunity, but might as well get it. Why not? He just lost his number 1 ally, so he could be in trouble. We'll see. But not anymore. On the beach, nothing happens. Okay, so Ignacio probably gonna play an idol, but it could also just land on Brant. I don't know. Let's go to tribal. All right, we got the final 6 here. Dustin has the necklace, cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Ignacio stands up. He is gonna use his idol on Cecilia. Any votes cast against Cecilia will not count. 2nd tribal in a row where she is safe. I'll read the votes. First vote goes to Cecilia. Does not count. Cecilia does not count. Cecilia does not count. Cecilia does not count. They are once again going to dictate this vote. Wow, did they learn nothing? The next vote goes to Blossom. 1 vote Blossom, 1 vote left. And the 12th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorite, 6th member of the jury. It is Blossom. Blossom, the tribe has spoken. Once again, does pretty well, but gets idled out here at the final 6. I honestly thought she was going to be safe because she did have that unbreakable relationship with Ignacio, but he was willing to get rid of her, so here she goes. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Blossom, Brant, Dustin, and Oleana vote for Cecilia. Cecilia and Ignacio vote for Blossom, and Blossom goes out. And as such, we are heading into the finale. We've got the final 5 here. We got Brant hacking, who is absolutely not winning. Nobody likes him. Not really sure how he is still here, but somehow he hangs in there. I think it's just because he has this bond with Ignacio. And he's also involved with this larger alliance. So it hasn't really been in anyone's interest to get rid of him, but also nobody really is rooting for him on the jury. So I think he might just be a go to the end at this point. But we've also got Cecilia King here. Cecilia, I think she could win. I think she is going to struggle because she's probably going to go to the end with her ally Ignacio, in which case Ignacio probably beats her. But she's had 2 idol plays played on her. She is building up an underdog storyline here. So you never know. Then we got Dustin Broke, who I think has the actual underdog storyline this season because he was on the bottom of the tribe and he formed his own alliance, formed his underdog alliance, and took control of the game, which worked out until the idols came to play. But he was still able to stick in there. He formed relationships with Cecilia and Ignacio, and through those was able to keep himself around in the game while his allies got idled out of the game one by one. So I definitely think Dustin could be a winner here. He's played a pretty good game. Then we got Ignacio Robles, who definitely the strongest player here. I think he's winning. I'm not 100% sure on that. He could get booted here because he is not involved in this now 3-person alliance, but I think he's probably going to be fine because he does have this final 2 with Cecilia. He does have a final 2 with Brandt. And Brandt is not like Dustin or Oleana. I think Brandt is going to be more loyal to Ignacio. He also has a strong relationship with both Dustin and Oleana. So I think they will target Cecilia before they target him. So yeah, it's going to be difficult to see him go out of the game. I think the only way is that he like loses fire or something. I don't know. But if he is going to make it to the final 3 seats, I think he wins hands down. Like he has had by far the best relationships in the game. And yeah, I think he's going to be really hard to beat him at this point. But then we got Oleana Nagata, who was a bit of a sleeper agent in the game. She was very under the radar for a while until the merge where she suddenly emerged as a threat to win. Although I'm not convinced that she is going to win, but she hasn't rubbed anybody the wrong way. She has had some decent relationships throughout the game. She also has this extra vote that she can still use. So I wouldn't count her out just yet. Still, I think it's going to be an uphill battle for her. I think she has to play this endgame perfectly and perhaps she can take the win, but we'll see. All right, fun final 5 here. Let's move on to the Mermaid Tribe where we have Oleana with extra vote. She's going to have to use it at Tribal tonight. We also have an idol hidden, so somebody can save themselves still. We now have Cecilia and Ignacio in their final 2. We have Brent and Ignacio in their final 2. We have this 3-person alliance, which is very much not real. It is a 4-strength now. Brent, Dustin, and Oleana. I think this is breaking up. We got Ignacio and Dustin with an unbreakable relationship. Oleana and Ignacio also with one. Like, Dustin and Oleana, they like Ignacio more than they like Brent. So it could land on Brent here. It could also land on Oleana, potentially. But we got Dustin and Cecilia with a strong bond, okay? Oleana and Cecilia with a medium bond. Oleana and Brent with a medium dislike. Ignacio and Cecilia with a medium bond. Cecilia and Brent with a medium dislike. And then we got just slight bonds. Wow, okay. Dustin doesn't even like Oleana. Oleana seems to like Dustin, but yeah. This alliance is fake. It's not real. But immunity, right? No, reward. Reward is gonna go to Dustin. He gets an advantage in the next immunity challenge. Also, a loved one's visit, which Dustin doesn't know anybody, so yeah, whatever. Does Dustin utilize this advantage and does he win? He does. So congrats to Dustin. He is safe, gonna make it to the final 4. What is gonna go down on the beach? Does somebody find the idol? No, nobody finds the idol. Nothing happens. Oleana just has the extra vote, which she is gonna have to use. We'll go to Tribal. All right, we got the final 5 here. Dustin has the necklace, cannot be voted for. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And Oleana, she is gonna use her extra vote, obviously. So she is gonna cast 2 votes tonight. And if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Nobody stands up. I read the votes. First vote goes to Brandt. 1 vote Brandt. Second vote goes to Oleana. 1 vote Brandt, 1 vote Oleana. 4 votes left. And the next vote goes to Cecilia. 1 vote Brandt, 1 vote Cecilia, 1 vote Oleana, 3 votes left. And the next vote goes to Cecilia. That's 2 votes Cecilia, 1 vote Brandt, 1 vote Oleana, 2 votes left. And the next vote goes to Oleana. We're tied, 2 votes Cecilia, 2 votes Oleana, 1 vote Brandt, 1 vote left. We could tie, but we do not. 13th person without a Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites. 7th member of the jury is going to be Cecilia. Cecilia, the tribe has spoken. I guess the underdogs, they stuck together, or at least Oleana and Dustin. So I think Dustin might actually know that he needs to beat Ignacio and is getting rid of Cecilia here to achieve that goal potentially. We'll see. But unfortunately for Cecilia, she is out of here. And I think she might have screwed herself because I think she is the Brandt vote, in which case she could have tied the vote here. But yeah, whatever. Dustin, Oleana, and Oleana again vote for Cecilia. Oleana votes are Brandt and Ignacio, and Cecilia is the Brandt vote. So yeah, Cecilia just screwed herself out of the game here. Because if Cecilia votes for Oleana here instead of Brandt, then that is a 3-3 tie. They're going to go into a revote, and Oleana cannot cast 2 votes. Because she is one of the people who is getting voted on the revote. In which case, Oleana goes out. Well, Cecilia, tough luck. All right, we are at part 2 of the finale. We got the final 4 here. Will they take out Ignacio? I don't think so. I think this 3-person alliance is probably gonna break up, and Ignacio is probably gonna dictate who goes out. That's my guess. On the beach, we got no advantages. They are out of play. We got Brandt and Ignacio with their final 2. We've got Brandt, Dustin, and Oleana with their final 3. We got Ignacio and Dustin with an unbreakable relationship. Oleana and Ignacio with an unbreakable relationship. Oleana and Brandt with a strong dislike. Oh no. So Oleana is definitely going to target Brandt, I think. Unless she sticks loyal to the final 3. I don't know. Then we just got slight bonds between the rest of these people here. Ignacio and Brandt even have a slight bond. Even though they've been allies this entire time. It's kind of weird because Ignacio has been bonding more with the people that he has not been allied with. Strange. But anyway, Dustin wins immunity. 3rd win for him, I think. Wow, impressive. So he has made it to the final 3. He is going to be able to plead his case. All right, let's see what's going on the beach. We've got Dustin with a major meltdown. We also have Dustin impressing the rest of the team. I think he's just emotional because, you know, he won the challenge. He's made it to the final 3. But Oleana is going to leave the alliance. And I think that might be the end of Oleana's game, potentially. Let's go to Tribal Council. All right, we got the final 4 here. Brandt, Dustin, Ignacio, Oleana. Dustin has the necklace, cannot be voted for tonight. Everybody else is eligible. It is time to vote. And the first vote goes to Oleana. 1 vote, Oleana. Second vote goes to Brandt. 1 vote, Brandt. 1 vote, Oleana. 2 votes left. And the third vote goes to Oleana. That's 2 votes, Oleana. 1 vote, Brandt. 1 vote left. And the 14th person voted out of Sims 4 Survivor fan favorites. 8th member of the jury. It is Oleana. Oleana, the tribe has spoken. You know what? Impressive run for her. She made it pretty far. She must have gotten a tip or 2 from her wife. But unfortunately, she just can't make it there to the end. She gets clipped right before Final Tribal Council. And yeah, unanimous vote against Oleana. Oleana votes for Brandt. And Oleana is out. I am so surprised that Brandt is going to make it to the final 3 here. I really do not think there's any chance in hell that he gets any votes, because I don't think anybody liked him on the jury. So definitely a go to the end. But let's go to Final Tribal Council. All right, we got the final 3 here. Brandt hacking, Dustin broke, Ignacio Robles. The 3 of them plead their case for why they should win. The 8-person jury, they ask their questions, then they cast the votes for who they think should win, and it is time to crown another Sims 4 Survivor winner. First vote goes to Dustin. 1 vote Dustin. Second vote goes to Ignacio. 1 vote Dustin, 1 vote Ignacio, 6 votes left. Third vote goes to Ignacio. That is 2 votes Ignacio, 1 vote Dustin, and 5 votes left. And the 4th vote goes to Dustin. We are tied. 2 votes Dustin, 2 votes Ignacio, 4 votes left. And the 5th vote goes to Dustin. 3 votes Dustin, 2 votes Ignacio, 3 votes left. And the 6th vote goes to Ignacio. We are tied again. 3 votes Dustin, 3 votes Ignacio, 2 votes left. What an exciting vote turnout. The 7th vote goes to Ignacio. That is 4 votes Ignacio, 3 votes Dustin. It's either going to be Ignacio or we're going to tie, in which case Brant is going to cast a vote and he is probably going to vote for Ignacio. So Ignacio, congrats, he's won. But let's cement it. The 8th and final vote goes to Ignacio. Congratulations, Ignacio. He has won. What a deserving win. He was by far the most dominant player of the season. I don't think anybody else winning would have been a satisfactory win here. Although I think Dustin played a pretty strong game as well, so I would not have been mad at him winning. All right, vote breakdown. It is Blossom, Bruno, Jazz, Mika, and Oleana who vote for Ignacio. Cecilia, Dylan, and Rahul vote for Dustin. Cecilia votes for Dustin? What? Cecilia was in a final 2 with Ignacio the entire time. Ignacio even played an idol on her. What the hell? I don't know, but let's find out who the fan favorite was, which I guess would be the fan favorite of the fan favorites. I swear, if it's Rita Kumpis again, I will be super happy because I would love if that would happen. Let's find out. The fan favorite is Cecilia. I guess that kind of makes sense. She was a pretty explosive character on the season. She was a very rootable underdog here at the end game. So yeah, I think that makes sense. And that's our season. Here is our elimination order. We've got in 18th, Lane Coffin. First boot twice. Now we got in 17th, Rita Kumbis. In 16th, Luz Lopez, our medevac. In 15th, Emilia Ernest. In 14th, Sienna Grove. In 13th, Summer Holiday. In 12th, Shock Villarreal. In 11th, Rahul Chopra. In 10th, Bruna Hoffman. In 9th, Mika Cragg. In 8th, Jas McPherce. In 7th, Dylan Sigworth. In 6th, Blossom Greenberg. In 5th, Cecilia King, our fan favorite. In 4th, Oleana Nagata. In 3rd, our 0-vote finalist, Brant Hacking. Our runner-up, Dustin Broke. And our winner, Ignacio Robles. Let's look at the stats. We've got challenge wins. Or I guess immunity wins. Dustin with 3. Blossom had 2. Bruno, Cecilia, Jazz, Oleana, and Rahul had 1 each. All right. Most votes received was Jazz with 13. Cecilia, Mika, and Oleana all had 12. Dylan had 11. Bruno and Rahul had 8. Blossom and Brant had 6. Shock and Lane had 5. Sienna had 4. Summer had 3. Emilia had 1. And then Dustin, Ignacio, Luz, and Rita all had 0. Wow, that is a lot of people getting no votes. Most strategic is Dustin, number 1. I feel like that makes sense. I would agree with that. Oleana is number 2. I guess. Sure, why not? And then Ignacio number 3. Sure, why not? Also, I feel like that checks out, kinda, right? I think you could shuffle the list a little bit. Maybe Ignacio number 2, Oleana number 3, but I guess this list is also fine. But there you have it. That is our season. All hail our current reigning Ignacio Robles. Honestly, it was only a matter of time before he had a crown, because he killed it on Ravenwood, came back for second chances, got kind of screwed over. And I'm so glad that he is the Sims 4 Survivor winner. So yeah, fun season. Next season is going to be season 31, which I'll give you a little bit of a tease. It's going to be a newbie season, kinda. There are going to be some returnee players on there, but it's going to be a mostly newbie season. So look forward to that. And then right after that, we're going to do All-Stars. All-Stars 4, of course. Every 8 seasons is All-Stars. I think we're in for a really fun All-Star season because we've had some really fun seasons in Era 4. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for me today. See you in the next one. Bye.